So this guy's a total fraud who ends up killing people with bombs. Now the dude's name is Mark, and Mark, he's around 26 years old when the story starts, and he's living in Utah, and Mark really wants to make money, even if he has to scam people, and he realizes he can do that through forging documents. So one day in 1980, he makes a fake of an historical document from 1828 that was supposedly written by Joseph Smith, the Mormon prophet. And this document would be extremely rare to find. And so he makes a forgery of it, and he pretends that he found it folded up in an old King James Bible. Then I guess he takes it to the Mormon church leaders, and he's like, I found this very old, important Mormon document. And the Mormon church buys it from him for $20,000. And this is like a big deal to the church. Like, they make a public announcement of it, that this very special historical document has been found. And Mark is watching all this go down, and he's like, oh shit, they fell for it. I gotta do this again. And so he drops out of college, and he becomes a rare document collector, which is, I guess that's a real thing. And he starts forging all kinds of historically significant documents and selling them to people. And he goes all out, making these things look legit. Like, he'll age the paper with ammonia, he'll practice the handwriting and signatures over and over again, and he forges letters from Paul Revere and fakes letters from George Washington and fakes letters from Mark Twain. He even makes a whole ass poem written by Emily Dickinson. It's a total fake. He'll pretend to discover documents signed by the same guys who signed the Declaration of Independence. Again, all fake. But then, in 1981, he fucks with the Mormon church again. He goes to the church leaders, and he claims that he found a letter that says that the long-dead founder of the Mormon church, Joseph Smith, actually designated his son to be the leader of the church and not Brigham Young. And this letter would ultimately sow division among the church and make them look, pretty bad. And so, kaboom, he makes another 20 grand selling that. 3 years later, in 1984, he forges yet another Mormon letter, and he sells it to a collector for $40,000. He actually ends up selling quite a bit of fake documents to the Mormon church specifically. By some counts, he sold them 48. I guess they just believe whatever he was telling them. And so anyway, Mark keeps going. He keeps doing this for years. He's traveling around the world selling fake documents that he just made up to a bunch of people, and he becomes kind of famous in his field. They write about him in Time magazine, they write about him in the New York Times. Plus, he's making lots of money from all this. And he's living a fancy life with nice cars and a nice house, and he's buying really expensive